Hi, I'm Adam Parks with Victorian Farmstead Meat Company in Sebastopol. Today we're going to talk about breaking down a whole chicken. It's a skill that every home cook should have. It is the way to maximize value when you're out shopping for your local pastured meat. As a butcher, we use a whole slew of knives for different purposes, but the reality is when you go to break down a whole chicken, you need the smallest knife I've got. Just any little paring knife. This is a 5.5-inch boning knife. That's what we're going to use today, so we don't need any of these for today. So we have here our standard 3-pound pasture-raised chicken, raised for us here at Victorian Farmstead. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the wings, and the reason we do that is because we want to use the weight of the chicken to help us break this into 8 pieces. So I'm going to let the weight of the body pull away from the wing, and I'm going to come in right here just on the back side of the chicken. You want to be careful not to waste any of the breast meat on the front side. So we're going to pull that apart. Same thing on this side. We just come in from the back, and we want to save that breast meat. Next, we're going to pick it up by the legs, give it a quick jerk like that. That's going to separate the joints here in the legs. And then we just cut that, all we're doing is cutting the skin right here. Now we've got the legs separated, and you're just going to bend it back. You're going to actually hear the joint pop there. That's what you want to hear. That makes it really easy to separate the drumsticks and the thighs. You're going to come right down the backbone with your knife. Now, here's a pro tip. When you get to that leg joint, you want to stop and dig your knife into that leg joint. What's going to happen is you're going to peel back, and you'll see right there, this is called the oyster. That is the tastiest piece of every bird there is, turkeys and chicken in particular. Comes right out, and believe it or not, cows have one too. It's called a spider steak, another video. Anyway, we're going to take that off. Same thing on the other side. We're going to use the weight of the bird, come right down the backbone. If I can find it. Pull that oyster off right there, separate that out. So now you have 2 leg quarters there, and we've got our 2 wings. Now that leaves us with the breast and the back. You see this line of fat right down here? That is the bottom side of the breast. The chicken is pretty much all diagrammed out for you. So what we're going to do is we're going to work our knife right down along that line all the way to the bottom. Same thing on the other side, all the way to the bottom. Now we're just going to take our hands and separate these like that. You can stick your index finger in there along the neck, pull it apart, and that's going to separate the back from the breast. Don't throw this away. I keep a gallon Ziploc bag in my freezer at all times for little parts of chicken and whatnot, so I can make stock with it later. So we're going to save that. Now you've got a beautiful bone-in breast. Again, all these little bits of skin and stuff go into my stock pot. So you've got a whole bone-in breast. You can roast that off as is. You can flip it over, split it right down the keel bone here to make bone-in skin-on breast for the grill. And then everybody's favorite, because it's so convenient, is the boneless, skinless breast. So let's do that real quick. This is the skin vein here. We're going to make sure it's nothing wrong with it. It's just not real attractive. So we're going to peel this skin off the breast. Now, this is the most extensive knife work there is, so you do not need to be a professional butcher to do this. All you're going to do is take your knife and come right down the center line there. Again, the chicken's kind of diagrammed for you. And then if you use your fingers to kind of peel it back and tilt your knife, and you can come right along those feather bones underneath and get it off nice and clean. Up in the front here is where the wishbone is. So we're going to take our knife and come right in under that wishbone so we don't waste any of the meat. And that gets us a nice boneless, skinless breast. So I promised you 8 parts. You say, that's 6, Adam. I say, I know. Again, everything on the chicken is diagrammed. So right here on the drumstick and thigh, there's a line right there. And it'll be a problem now because I'm doing it on camera. So there's your drumstick and thigh. Same thing on this side. Come right into that joint. 2 drumsticks. 2 thighs, 8-part chicken. It's that simple, and that way you can create a lot more value out of buying pastured poultry than just coming in and saying, I want boneless, skinless chicken breast, because they're the most convenient cut we have. Hey, thanks for watching today. You can find this pastured poultry and everything else we offer at Victorian Farmstead. Our butcher shop is inside Community Market in Sebastopol. We do farmers markets all over Northern California, or you can find us online at vicfarmmeats.com. Thanks for watching.